Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we're taking a closer look at Robert's 2013 Challenger RT, going over all of his mods, taking a look at his customer submitted photos to hopefully get you inspired for things that you can do to your own Challenger in the future. Now, if you want to see more of his mods list along with his photos and other customers like his, check out the customer build pages on our website, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can click the link below. Speaking of YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all future interviews like this, along with other content, product videos, and more. What do you say we connect with Robert? Hey Robert, how you doing, man?
Hey buddy, how are you?
Great, man. Right off the bat, there's tons of muscle cars on the road, right? Between the Mustang, the Challenger, the Charger. How'd you land on that car?
Kind of like the Challenger when it came out in 2008. The SRT8 had the 6.1 liter in it, and the body style was the closest to the 1970 era of Challenger. I just couldn't pass it up.
But you didn't keep it stock. You modified it. You got a couple of things going on here I want to talk about. The first thing that grabs my eye with your car is its stance. You got some Eibach Sportline lowering springs, and I want to know, your opinion on them. How do you like them?
I really love them. To me, it's not a muscle car if it's not lower and got big wide tires on the back. But I watched your video on YouTube on how you install, the Sportline Eibach lowering springs, and I was able to do the complete job following your steps in like 3.5 hours by myself. But I can tell you about every single gas station I go to or where I go with this car, everybody tells me out of all the Challengers they see out there that they love that stance the best.
The wheel gap from the factory was like freaking 8 inches, but yours looks great. What kind of wheel setup do you have here?
Well, these are the bronze Hellcat wheels. I have the 9.5s in the front with 255/30/20 tires on the front, and on the back I have the Hellcat bronze, and they're 10.5, and I have the 295/30/20s on the back. The other thing that I did was bought adjustable camber bushings to put in, so that when I took it to the shop to have it aligned, they can actually adjust the camber with these adjustable camber bushings. And y'all actually got the Eibach ones that you can buy that go along with the springs.
Eibach lowering springs and wheels and tires aren't the only thing you did to this thing. The next thing that caught my eye is your cold air intake. Now, you have an InGen Evolution cold air intake, so I'm curious how you landed on the InGen one there.
I was kind of looking at the visual effect, if people saw it, what they would think about it, and performance-wise, my 0 to 60 times went down about 3 or 4 tenths of a second.
I would love to see that guy strapped to the dyno. I want to see some results with this thing.
Yeah, me too. Waiting until I get all this accomplished. They have dyno days here all the time.
Keeping on that same theme of kind of power, exhaust goes with that too. So with the exhaust, you have a Super 10 Flowmaster Series muffler. I'm curious what you think about that, along with your Resonator Delete, and if you would consider upgrading to a full catback.
Yeah, I want to get the Stainless Works 1 7/8 long tubes and put on there eventually, and probably go with the complete Flowmaster catback system on it. I like the Super 10 series Flowmasters, and I like the Resonator Delete, but I will tell you, if you don't have a tuner like me to tune the MDS system off, when this MDS system kicks on at 80 miles an hour, you're gonna have a lot of drone. It's almost unbearable.
People at home might not know this, and I kind of like to throw this little tidbit in there. Flowmaster mufflers are always run on series numbers. Higher the number, the more mellow the sound. Lower the number, louder the sound. So your Super 10 series is one of the loudest options that Flowmaster has. A lot of noise coming out of yours, and I think we have a sound clip here we'll play as well. That's definitely something that I think people will like to know. Couple extra things you have going on here. You have the SRT style spoiler, which I think is a really popular one for the Challenger. A lot of guys love the way that SRT looks. What are your thoughts on that guy?
Yes, I really love that spoiler. I've had a lot of people tell me that they really like it and want to know where I got it. To me, it kind of just added to the look that I was looking for to the car.
Shifting from appearance and functionality to maintenance, you have the JLT V3 oil separator. So what is your experience with that? Have you had to do maintenance and empty that guy out? How easy was that for you?
I bought it because I like the way it looked, and the 3.0 JLT has a bigger tank for more storage, not having to take it off and empty it as often. So when I bought it, I thought, well, it's going to look good. I know that. Let's just see how functional it's going to be after a month. So when I opened that guy up and took it off and looked inside there, that cup was nearly full. Yeah,
that's something I never understood. People, saying, oh, it doesn't do anything, it does something. You have it installed, take it off. Is there stuff in it? It worked.
It was a game changer as far as I'm concerned.
There's one last mod I want to talk about here. They're a little bit simpler. floor mats. So you got the Lloyd floor mats. I'm curious, those are a little bit, I want to say, less common than some of the WeatherTech options out there. So what made you pick that one?
They have tons of car shows up here, and I wanted something that made my car look, stand out. But I like the way they look. I've had people that saw them that wondered where I got them, and they seem to be lasting. I've had them for over a year now. They're still almost in the same condition they were when I got them out of the box.
One of the things I admire about your mods list is you're just completely set on what you like. You got them because you like the appearance. You got them because it's functional. You got them because you know that you can build on in the future, thinking about the cold air intake. The last question before we get going, kind of building on that, is what is it that you want to see from this vehicle in the future?
Well, I like to go supercharger. And y'all have quite a few options on American Muscle. I think one of them is Eldebrock. But anyway, supercharger is one of the things I'm looking at. And, I would like to cam the car, but, when you're going to supercharge one, you want to make sure you get the right cam in there. Performance stuff is what I'm looking at doing to my car after I get the aesthetics, how I want it to look.
It sounds like you have incredibly aspirational build lists kind of going on there. And it's something that I would absolutely love to have you back on to talk about. I would love to see like before and after to get some great updates on your car. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
All right, sir. You too. Thank you.
Well, that's going to wrap this one up, guys. I just spoke with Robert about his 2013 Challenger RT, and we went over all of his mods and took a look at his photos. Now, if you want to see more of his mods list and his photos, along with other customers like his, remember, you can click the link below if you're watching on YouTube, or head over to the customer build profile pages on our website to hopefully get inspired about things that you can do to your own Challenger in the future. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for all Challenger content, and keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.